Lunel actually banned her daughter from her home because
For what?
she just wasn't taking it seriously. She was out, I guess, partying, hanging out with her friends and so forth.
Amen. Them is old school black rules. Linnell come from old school. You ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to do. Bounce. You ain't gonna get me sick.
What do you think about Trump calling it the Chinese virus?
Well, we know he's a cocksucker. We know he's a racist cocksucker. Listen, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to avoid doing this. But prior to this interview, you talked about how you and Boozy do interviews, and sometimes they go 2-3 hours.
Yes.
I certainly don't want to go off on a tangent, but I feel obligated to say this. So let's get into this. And this might be more me coming to you than you asking me a question, but I feel like I got to get into this because it's starting to make my stomach itch.
Let's do it.
Because you brought up Trump.
Yes.
Don't you miss Obama?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you miss Obama?
Yeah. I think that's why Biden is getting this far, because everyone just misses Obama.
Now, here we go. Oh, sweet Jesus. This is my camera, right? I want to address all you black people who constantly ask the dumbest question alive. What did Obama do for us? And one of the things that, and listen, I am so proud to be black. I love being black. And whatever race you are, be proud to be that. But there are times when, yes, I am pro-black. I am proud of it. When I saw that clip with Kanye West and my man, I forget the boy's name, the white boy on the plane, and they're all doing the karaoke on the plane, and we're in rhythm. Top of the Mary J. Blige song, da-da-da, how do you want it? I look at that and I just go, I look at the beauty of my people, and I go, man, motherfucking Whitney Houston, Michael Jordan, motherfucking Prince, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson. We are so diverse and so talented. And this is where I'm going to quote my man Paul Mooney. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. We are so rich in terms of what we do. Talent, and not just entertainment. In terms of history and our contributions to life. Black people are rich. But then we do things that make me fucking sick. Some of our people possess the inability to see past what's obvious. So let's go. What did Obama do for black people? First of all, when he was sworn in and he won the presidency, let's just start there. We were immediately etched into the history books. The landscape forever changed. If no one can say anything else, they can say America had its first black president. Now, as a black person, as a black father, as a black mother, you can look your kids in the face and go, we did that. That can never be taken away.
Right. I just want to make one point. When you and I, because you and I are about the same age.
Right.
Before Obama, when they said there's going to be a black president in our lifetime, did you believe it?
Shit. Yeah, because I know if you stick around long enough, everything happens.
Right, but realistically,
I didn't think I would see it in my lifetime.
That's why in your lifetime.
In my lifetime, no. I know it's a question of time.
Neither one of us thought there was going to be a black president.
Right.
That doesn't make either one of us racist. That was just the reality of America.
Yes,
at that time.
Which is why this is even more powerful.
Yes.
And impactful. Because if nothing else, you can go, if he didn't do shit else, which he did, but if he didn't do shit else, you can go, he did that. That's us. Us. The history of this country. The White House was built by slaves. Now there's a nigga as the commander-in-chief. That in and of itself is huge. Okay, so let's move forward. Being the first of anything is a huge burden. But being the first black president is a weight I couldn't imagine for anyone to be able to bear. You know, it's like when I almost liken Obama to Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was the first pro ball player. Now, was he supposed to change all of baseball's racial ills by himself? No, it would take more than him. It would take Willie Mays. It would take motherfucking Hank Aaron. It would take those that would come after him, which is to say, Barack ain't gonna be able to do everything in 2 terms. It's gonna take more than him. This is a baton race. It's not a one-man sprint. He took it as far as he could take it. He's doing like this, And then when the next black president come, it'll be his job to take it further and so on. And it was like, look, man, as the first black president, he's the blueprint. It wasn't like he could call the 20th black president and go, hey, man, what's the skinny on this? What am I in store for? Give me some help. No, nigga, you're the first one, which means that you got to go through the brunt of all the bullshit, which he did, the disrespect, the name calling, the political pundits. And even when a lot of racist white America at rallies would show those pictures of him with the plate in his lip and the bone in his nose and the African garb looking like a tribesman, as though that's a fucking insult. That reminds me of that I love this line in the movie The Siege with Denzel Washington. At one point when he comes to face off against Bruce Willis, this one white soldier says to him, and I might be fucking this up, but he basically says to him, if you don't get out of my face, I'm gonna pretend you're Ethiopian. And Denzel said, like, that's a fucking, you too stupid to know that's not even an insult. So showing Barack as an African tribesman, when that's part of our history, it's not a fucking insult. But nonetheless, he had to deal with all of that shit. And here's what we know about Barack, right? Harvard scholar. Harvard scholar.
Yeah.
Which means he was literally one of the smartest presidents we ever had. And I think he did a damn good job. And you can Google all his accomplishments. So when black people ask the question, what did he do for us? So you mean to tell me of all the things he accomplished, black people didn't benefit from that? Black people didn't benefit from taking us out of the recession, from healthcare, from all the other accomplishments he made? Black people didn't benefit from that? So it's like, on top of the fact that I do think he did a damn good job, especially when you look at what we had before him and after him, the bookends, Bush and Trump. The man was eloquent, dignified. He carried the job, chest out, chin up. And again, was he the most popular president? I don't know. But he was certainly one of the most popular, most beloved, and most successful. How is a black man in America? Do you not understand the potency of that fucking imagery? How is a black man in America? Do you not understand that you can look at your son and go, see what he did? He did us proud. He did well. He was smart. Chest out, chin up. Because you can bet your black ass, had he been the black version of Donald Trump, some of the mayonnaise people, some of the racist white America would have looked at their sons and went, what'd I tell you? Told you. They couldn't do it. They're not smart enough. The fuck did you niggas want this nigga to do? Pay your fucking rent? Now let's get specific. Well, he did more for the gays and the transgenders than he did for black people. If you really followed a lot of what was going on, Mitch McCullough himself said, I will never pass anything through that man tries to do. A lot of the right fought him tooth and nail on every piece of legislation he tried to pass. And let's be honest, this is America. Transgenders and gays ain't niggas. Our resume has never been put to the top of the pile. So if you have an entire right fighting this man and his hands are tied, what really could he have done? Honestly. Like even if we look at during his 8-year tenure, what was his biggest controversy? You remember?
His biggest controversy?
Yeah. A tan suit.
Okay.
A tan suit.
I don't even remember that.
All the right-wing pundits talked about it. Glenn Beck, Carlson Tucker, fucking Bill O'Reilly, fucking Ann Coulter, Glenn Beck, I might have said Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh. They all talked about it. This just in. Breaking news. A travesty. They use these words. A travesty. An embarrassment to the Oval Office. This is disrespectful. Meanwhile, we have President Biff in the White House talking about grabbing women by the pussy, making jokes about their menstrual cycles, making fun of the disabled, talking about Mexicans. They send their worst, rapists and murderers, wanting to build a wall instead of a bridge. Talking about telling 3 black congressional women of color, go back to where you came from. Calling countries where darker people reside shithole nations. Telling the police when you take a suspect and you put him in the car, don't go by procedure, bang his head up against the car, which automatically gives a license to racist cops who go, oh, the president said I can mistreat these niggas. Calling the virus the Chinese virus, as though we don't have ignorant white folks who are looking for a reason to treat Asians inhumanely. Mm-hmm. How, as the leader of the free world, do you take that and go, I'm proud of that? Obama was the exact opposite of this nigga. And had Obama been anything like Trump, they would have bodied that nigga.